The world is a jagged, exhausting screen, filled with the static of the in-between. Your phone is a ghost, just glowing in the dark, waiting for a fire from a dead-end spark. Family drama like a constant low-grade fever, and every hand you hold belongs to a deceiver. The isolation is a physical weight on your chest. You're just looking for a place to finally rest. The chaos is screaming and the room is getting loud, and you're looking for a way to slip out of the crowd. Every kiss is drinking the breath right out of your chest. You're flirting with death, you're not the only one. You're flirting with death 'cause you're coming undone. You're falling in love while you're falling asleep. You thought it was no strings, just a temporary thrill. There was no strings attached, all attached to a kill. Baby, you can bet that's true, and there'll be a new someday. Gonna love you like I love you. They don't love you at all. And they appear and damn, you've never seen a look like that. A sudden kind of silence that's thick and sweet. The love bombing your mind, dropping gifts in your head. Every intrusive thought is a rose on the bed. They're flawless, you're putting them up on a pedestal high. The only thing is never once told a lie. They know exactly what to say and they say it so well. Like they've been reading every story that you never wanted to tell. It's a popular blind to heaven sent hell, biting your heart just to watch the light die. Dancing in the dark, lost in that slow motion grind. One hand on your spine, the other tracing your waist. You're fascinated by the ink tracing the curve of the effort and the ATE. Locked in the silent chemistry, you killed the screen, let the notifications fade. Because they ignored you first, so now the debt is paid. It's a fuck you to the light and a fuck you to the street. As you're unbuttoning the noise and the world hit the floor. Done with the enough and addicted to the too much. Drunk from the sweat and the weight of that touch. For the edge of the bed and the shadow on the wall. And as they're leaning for their final cold kiss, you realize the price of a moment like this. Each breath you take, the drinking the breath from your lungs, draining the life with those silver slick tongues, climbing into the sheets where the heart stops its beat. I know exactly what that silver tongue feels like on my skin, licking every scar just beside the needle end, sucking out my trauma, swallowing the pain just to feed it to the next one and keep the cycle fed. But I snapped out of it and I woke up in the cold. The sweat turned to frost and the skin started gray, but barefoot heights way too cold for what we were doing. Like waking up on a morgue table covered in a plastic sheet, laying in a casket just to feel the heat. You don't know this about me, but I've been in that trap. I've laid in that bed, I've dealt with the same thing, the one in your head. I've listened to the lie and I barely escaped. I felt the edge and I felt the lie, and that's the only reason I can tell you why. Just telling you rest that you'll never wake from them. The ghost who came back, so you don't have to go. I've been staring at the screen for 7 days, waiting for the bubble to turn blue, waiting for a hey or a scene or anything at all. Nobody's battery stays there for me. I'm standing right here on your porch, I can hear the floorboards I can hear you moving in there, and I'm not here to yell at you. I'm here because I have the evidence, I have the scars to prove it. I can tell you exactly what it's like to wake up in this stairway night with the machines humming, to see your folks standing there looking at you like you're already gone. The way the air feels like letting you along, the way the silence in that room is the loudest thing you'll ever hear. They don't hate you. They don't hate you and they never did. That was the lie, that was the lie. The darkness told, they promised me the same thing. That unconditional love just lets you go. But believe me, you don't wanna go where they're taking you. Just open the door one last time.